In the vast expanse of the remote Egyptian desert, where the wind carried secrets of the past, a group of intrepid explorers embarked on a journey that would forever alter their lives. Led by Dr. Marcus Sullivan, a renowned archaeologist with a thirst for unraveling ancient mysteries, they set out to discover the hidden wonders buried beneath the shifting sands. Their expedition took an unexpected turn when, after days of arduous trekking, they stumbled upon an ancient burial chamber concealed deep within a labyrinthine cave. Excitement surged through their veins as they carefully unearthed the entrance, revealing a hidden world untouched by time. The explorers stepped into the chamber with a mix of awe and trepidation. Hieroglyphics adorned the walls, telling tales of a long-forgotten pharaoh named Seti-Ra, whose reign had been shrouded in darkness and tragic. The air felt heavy with a sense of foreboding as they cautiously approached the central sarcophagus, adorned with warnings etched into its surface. Ignorant of the dire implications, the explorers, driven by their thirst for discovery, disregarded the ominous inscriptions and decided to transport the mummy of Pharaoh Seti-Ra to a nearby museum. With great care, they secured the sarcophagus and loaded it onto their expedition vehicles, unaware of the consequences that awaited them. As the mummy arrived at the museum, excitement filled the air. The curators reveled in the opportunity to display such a rare find, completely oblivious to the wrath they had unwittingly unleashed. The mummy's sarcophagus, now a centerpiece of the exhibit, stood as a symbol of the forgotten pharaoh's vengeance. The museum's staff soon noticed the first signs of the pharaoh's ire. Objects inexplicably moved on their own, shifting from their designated places, defying the laws of gravity. Whispers echoed through the dimly lit halls, barely audible yet chilling to the bone. Visitors reported unnerving encounters, plagued by terrifying visions of ancient curses and torment. Dr. Sullivan, haunted by a sense of responsibility for the chaos that had descended upon the museum, resolved to uncover the truth behind Seti-Ra's tragic past. He delved into extensive research, poring over ancient texts and seeking the guidance of esteemed Egyptologists who had studied similar instances. Through his tireless efforts, Dr. Sullivan unearthed a hidden chamber beneath the museum, concealed beneath layers of time and forgotten knowledge. There, he discovered a collection of scrolls chronicling Seti-Ra's reign, a tale of power, betrayal, and a heart-wrenching tragedy that had befallen the pharaoh. Seti-Ra, once a benevolent ruler, had fallen victim to the machinations of his own courtiers, who conspired to seize his throne. In their greed and desperation, they resorted to dark magic, casting a curse upon the pharaoh's body and soul, damning him to an eternity of restless torment. Driven by a newfound purpose, Dr. Sullivan pieced together the fragments of Seti-Ra's past, determined to right the wrongs inflicted upon the forgotten pharaoh. He sought the assistance of a wise and aged priestess who possessed knowledge of ancient rituals and the ability to commune with the spirits of the past. Under the guidance of the priestess, Dr. Sullivan and his team embarked on a perilous journey deep into the Egyptian desert. The arduous quest led them to a hidden temple, concealed beneath shifting dunes, where they would confront the wrath of Seti-Ra's vengeful spirit. Within the temple's hallowed halls, bathed in the ethereal glow of flickering torches, the explorers prepared for an ancient ritual. The priestess chanted sacred incantations, beseeching the spirit of Seti-Ra to grant them an audience. As the incense wafted through the air, the chamber filled with an otherworldly presence. Seti-Ra's spirit materialized before them, his eyes ablaze with anger and sorrow. Dr. Sullivan, overcome with empathy, pleaded for forgiveness on behalf of the museum and all those who had inadvertently desecrated the pharaoh's legacy. In a hauntingly ethereal voice, Seti-Ra recounted the tale of his tragic downfall, his voice tinged with both anguish and longing for justice. Driven by a desire to set things right, the explorers vowed to restore his honor and ensure that his story would be told with reverence and respect. Through a series of carefully orchestrated ceremonies, Dr. Sullivan and his team purged the museum of the pharaoh's curse, seeking to mend the bonds between the living and the restless spirit of Seti-Ra. Objects ceased their unsettling movements, whispers of discontent dissipated, and the visitors experienced a newfound tranquility. As the final remnants of the curse were dispelled, a sense of peace settled over the museum. Seti-Ra's mummy was given a proper resting place, accompanied by a solemn ceremony attended by those who had been touched by the Pharaoh's story. Dr. Sullivan, forever changed by the ordeal, dedicated himself to preserving ancient relics with the utmost respect and care. His passion for archaeology transformed into a deep reverence for the past and a commitment to sharing its stories responsibly. And so, the forgotten pharaoh's revenge was finally quelled, his spirit finding solace as his story was finally understood and honored. The museum stood as a testament to the power of redemption and the enduring legacy of the long-forgotten pharaoh, Seti-Ra.